You are tuned in to What Up Baltimore online radio. Please note that the views and opinions expressed on this channel are of the host and not of Lady J Media. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, What Up Baltimore TV. And if you really don't want to miss any of the shows, hit that notification bell and you'll get a message every time we come on. Now, we got it from here, so sit back, relax, and stay tuned.
I know you do. I know you do, because that's what I do. I give you that kind of love that makes you come back. I'm your pusher, baby. You're a pusher.
Hey, little black boy, let me holler at you for a minute. I was once in your place, you should respect what I say. Some of the things I'm about to tell you just may save your life in a world where not much is right. Little black boy, you're gonna see and experience all sorts of things, but don't let your mind be locked in the chains.
All right, hello, welcome to Spitfire Poetry Shutdown. I am your host, John Hansboro. It is December 14th, 2023. I hope everyone has been having a wonderful day and evening thus far. 22. I'm already ready for next year. 2022. We are live at City Escapes Bar and Lounge Grill. Bar, Grill, Lounge. Come and check it out. Listen, 2213 Kirk Avenue. It's free admission. This is the kickoff for Winter Wednesdays. We're doing a live Spitfire Poetry Shutdown podcast from here. Like I said, Winter Wednesday, shout out to the table. Free admission to get in. We'll be here till midnight. You want to come on out. We're doing karaoke. There's a happy hour going on. Winter Wednesdays, City Escape Bar and Grill, 2013 Kirk Avenue. All right. Now, this is pretty exciting to me because this is my first time being live on location. So I'm really excited about this.
So excited.
So excited. I got a wonderful guest, as you see right here with me. David Prophet of Poetry.
Yes, sir.
David Prophet of Poetry. David Prophet of Poetry. Now listen, hopefully I can get him to do what he was just doing a little while ago, because the man was doing some freestyling earlier. And he just blew me away while I was trying to set up over here. He really caught me off guard with that. But I want to introduce y'all to David Prophet of Poetry. How you doing, bro?
Man, awesome, brother. I can play blessed, man.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you on here tonight. So tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. Where are you from? You know, what do you like to do? Are you into poetry? You're an artist? Tell us about yourself.
My name is David Anderson. I go by Prophet of Poetry, and actually I was born in England.
Okay.
But I moved out here to Glen Burnie when I was a baby, and just recently moved out here to Baltimore. So
okay. From England, are you a Army baby or?
Yeah. Air Force.
Really?
Air Force.
Yes, when did you come to the States? When did you move?
Actually, my mother was saying at 3 months. 3 months. So I didn't get a chance to to stay there and learn the accent. So I could be. But it's cool. It's cool. It is what it is.
Right.
It's cool.
So you do poetry, you sing. I heard you doing some impressions. Like, you got so much going on.
Oh yeah,
I just heard within the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Like, what do you do in the artist field?
To be honest, man, it's really the question is, what don't I do?
Gotcha.
I do a little bit of everything. You know, I rap, sing, beatbox, spoken word, short stories, movie scripts, skits, voice impressions, like the whole nine. I'm a single child, so
Gotcha. Okay.
imagination,
right?
Yeah, serious imagination. So
I'm sorry. Have you do you have anything published out right now?
At the moment, I don't. I do have a YouTube channel though.
Okay.
I do have a YouTube channel right now, but currently, right now, I'm working on getting everything copyrighted so that I can put some things out. I plan on putting out a children's book, a poetry book, and a short story book, hopefully the next year.
All right.
So,
Well, if you need any publishers, for authors, Aneski and my brother Victor, CEO, have their own publishing company. They're pretty good too. They take really good care of you. Locally right here in Baltimore. So anybody who want to get anything published, you don't know where to go, you want to look them up for authors, and definitely take care of you. So we got David, Prophet of Poetry, on here tonight. We're going to get David to do a little bit of poetry real quick, and then we're going to ask him some questions, get him some chop up some stuff for us. So on this show, David, there's no holds barred. It's art. I'm not worried about the language. It doesn't matter what you say. Art is art.
Yeah.
All right. So we're not tripping on that on this platform. This has been brought to you by Butterfly Entertainment, Lady J Media. Go to Lady J Media to find out, ladyjmedia@gmail.com, for all of the ways to watch the shows on What Up Baltimore online radio. Also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll be sharing a link periodically so you can keep up with the shows. All right. So we're gonna let David go ahead and spit something for us really quick. Whenever you're ready, Dave, just go ahead and do whatever you want.
Okay. So this first piece I'm gonna do, I didn't have it memorized because I didn't realize that we were gonna do more than one.
You good, bro?
But this is one that I did. It's called His Love, which is basically talking about God's love.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, so His love is like a storm, relinquishing anything that is unlike Him, covering me in the middle like an eye that sees through my soul, piercing through my faults and iniquities, causing my heart to see His love. That causes me to smile like a child who's been awaiting his father to come home, where peace is, where grace and mercy anoints his head, and the embrace causes tears to fall down his face, tears of joy and passion that covers a multitude of sin, destroying it with a consuming flame that catches hold of His light, that holds the truth in His word, His love. Cradles me like an everlasting peace, like when a mother holds her child in her arms for the very first time, being not welcomed by sin, but by His righteousness, who is an ambassador in chains in His holiness, standing alone with no equal. His love surrounds me like a dove with a damaged wing, and a child's hands being able to be healed by just the sound of His voice. That calms and relaxes the sea in the middle of a storm, releasing the bird of the air to soar in a perfect night sky, calming the night air. His love is like a young man protecting his young brother, keeping him from harm, setting an example by living in His love that keeps me from falling into mental depths of the ocean, that guides me through His word that is filled with milk, meat, and even a level beyond, a looping roller coaster suspension, making an incision in my heart. Written in the book of life, the everlasting, the lunar expression of going on, and forever dwelling in the land of milk and honey. His love, sacrificed His only Son, begotten of the Holy Spirit, conceived of virgin, raised by a carpenter, teaching at a young age, healing the sick, giving sight to the blind, feeding the hungry, restoring strength to the weak, sharing wisdom, wrongly accused, beaten beyond recognition, flesh torn from His bones, a living sacrifice, perfect in all His ways, a redeemer, the Messiah, the King of kings, the Lord of lords. His love motivates me to keep pushing, keep the faith, and keep trying. Through repetition comes experience, through hurt, through pain, through disappointment, through patience, through accomplishments, through perseverance in His love. Cast away judgment and challenge me to love my neighbor as I love myself. And no matter how much I love, cannot even begin to compare to His love. Say that.
All right. Damn. Okay, David, Prophet of Poetry. That was deep right there.
Yeah.
Then okay. All right. I got so many questions. Like, so what is the name of that right there?
His love.
His love. All right.
Yes, sir.
What inspired that poem right there?
Just man.
Because that's deep. You got a lot in there. A lot.
Yeah, man, really. really just God's love and just developing that relationship with him, you know what I'm saying? To take, to take down, take time down to, stop doing what you're doing in the daytime, or anytime, to worship and praise and have that prayer life and sit down and read his word, man. Like it's so awesome, man, because bro, he has delivered. He has delivered me because, when I was 16, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and I was misdiagnosed, and they put me on 30 medications a day. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know what I'm saying, I went through a tough time. I've been diagnosed with just about everything you can imagine: anxiety, PTSD, severe depression, manic depression, paranoia, schizophrenia. I've been through the whole loop. You know what I mean? And I went through in and out of the hospital, suicide attempts, lost count of how many times. Just being in different places and feeling betrayed, feeling all alone. But God, He never leave you, forsake you. Never.
Definitely right about that.
He's with you every step of the way.
Yes, He is, bro. That's funny you say that. Awesome. So for me, poetry is therapy.
Yes.
Okay. Like yes. I have a poem that I wrote that's called "Poetry Is My Therapy," but it really is something that I found at a time in my life where I was broken as a man. Right. I'm married. I got 2 children. So I went through some things in my life where I was looking for something to keep me grounded because I was at a point where I was just ready to I could have done something that would have jeopardized my freedom, put it that way, or take me away from my children and my family. You know what I mean? So poetry was right there, right on time for me to have something so I can release, right? Putting that pen on that paper, yeah, right. And it's funny because sometimes when I would come home from church, this was a few years ago, I would always get inspired to write something, depending on whatever I heard that day, whatever the pastor was talking about, it would make me go home and write something, right? Yeah. But poetry for me is everything. Like I said, I found it in a time where I was looking for something and I didn't know what I was looking for to help me get through. And it was right there every day for me to just keep. I started writing in my laundry room on one of my children's. They had like a lemonade stand that they were using, and I took the desk and just started writing every day, every night. I would be up all night long just writing. You know what I mean? Because that was the only thing that was getting me to release. So for you, is this similar for you? Like, is it a way for you to release, for you to get things off the chest?
Absolutely. I discovered my gift of writing in the hospital. Okay. I couldn't sleep, and I went outside in the day room, and I asked the nurse. I said, I want to write something. So I don't know what to write. Could you give me an idea? So she said, write about how we unappreciated. Y'all don't appreciate us. I was like, okay, I got you. So I wrote my first piece. She's unappreciated. So and then it's all she wrote after that.
How long have you been writing?
12 years.
12 years?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. 15. 15 years. Yeah, I've been rapping for about 12. But writing as far as like poetry and all that, short stories and stuff.
Do you feel as though there's a difference in rapping versus poetry and spoken word?
It's funny that you say that because right now I'm focusing on renewing my mind. Okay. You know what I mean? Because the Bible says to examine yourself. So I've been examining myself, and as you can see with the freestyling, of course I'm not cursing or nothing like that, but it's kind of on the wild side. Right. So I've been basically trying to work on to basically get the scriptures and get everything that's in there in my heart and in my spirit. Right. So that when I do freestyle, that's what comes out instead of like wild stuff that just mix words together and like wordplay, to actually spit with substance besides sitting down and articulating it and writing it. I want to be able to just come off the top.
That's truly a gift. How do you perfect that? Like, how do you practice that craft? You know what I mean? Do you recite stuff every day or
every day? Like honestly, like I'm really honestly I'm upset with myself because I do have a vocabulary, but like I want to enhance my vocabulary, and I haven't taken that time to invest in getting a thesaurus. I'm going to get a thesaurus so I can sit here and learn new words and stuff like that to be able to implement my rhymes. But really, right now, I'm just really focusing heavy like on the word, and, taking notes and different study habits in the word to be able to implement it in my rhymes. Just basic stuff: God's love, Jesus Christ, salvation, prayer and stuff. Right now I'm just trying to focus, on the basics. And like as I'm reading through what I have a chronological Bible, so I read it as a story because it's written in order. So I take like what I'm reading and like anything that's like noteworthy or something like that, I'll take it and put it as a note and sit back and try to think like, okay, how can I put this? And how can I put this in a freestyle?
So it all makes sense to me now with the name David the Prophet of Poetry. How did that come about?
Actually, it was two different ways. It was two of them. One was some friends of mine. I went to go rap with some friends of mine, and I was like, I'm a little bit different than y'all, but I think I'm all right for real. I was like, oh, no, you good. I was like, bro, I don't cuss. But you don't cuss. I was like, nah, bro, I don't cuss. I was like, oh, okay, let's see what you got then. And I started rapping. I was like, oh my God, and making an ugly face. And I was like, bro, you don't cuss. Hey, bro, we gonna call you Prophet, bro. We gonna call you Prophet because you don't do no cussing. You talking about God and we gonna call you Prophet. And then for real, my dad, years later, my dad was like, he just, reiterated and added on to it and said, I think we should call you Prophet of Poetry because, your main gift right now is, poetry.
Yeah, I love it. All right, man. Whenever you're ready, let's do something else. I know the people don't want to hear me talk. They want to hear you spit some shit. So whenever you're ready, go right ahead and spit something else.
Okay, so we got a choice between the first one and the second one, whether it be a mother's love or the decision. Which one for it?
Let's do the mother's love first.
Okay. All right. So there was a mother who loved her son dearly, and she would always tell her son before he left the house, "Son, I love you." So one day he was leaving the house, and she said, "Son, I love you, and I have loved you ever since your father left years ago. But as I'm watching you interact with your friends and such, I just don't approve. I don't like how they treat you. I don't like what they're influencing you to do, and I don't think they're the right friends for you. I think you need to check that and change your people, places, and things, son." And he looked at his mother, he was like, "Mom, it's cool. You're not out here doing drugs and chasing girls and nothing like that. I'm still your little innocent boy. Don't worry about it. It's cool. It's cool. You're not doing nothing, major. It's all right." She said, "Okay, son. I'm just telling you." He's like, "It's all right, Mom. It's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it. It's cool. I'll be here. It's cool." She said, "Okay. I love you. Love you too." He headed out. So he went over to his friend's house. And his friend's like, "Hey, man, can I go to this party, man? What's good? You trying to go? What's up? What's up?" He's like, "Nah, man, I just ate dinner with moms. I'm saying it's not sitting right with me for real. So, I'm going to have to get a rain check on that." Bro, he's like, "Come on, bro. You my wingman, bro. Come on, bro. I need you. He's like, "Nah, bro. I can't do it." So he left. He comes back the next day and finds that his friend was in a car accident. And the passenger side was total. There was no way a passenger would have survived. And he looks at it, thinks nothing of it, and continues on about his day. Now, about 2 weeks later, he's bugging his mom and saying, like, "Mom, can you please fix my car? I'm about to go out on this date. I don't want my car to break down. It's been breaking down now. I don't want it to break down while I'm on a date." She's like, "Sorry, son, but until your grades reflect me fixing your car, you're just going to have to make do." It's like, all right. So he takes his girlfriend out, and the car breaks down. You feel me? So he's upset because he got to walk a mile down the road to go get some water and put it in the pump and, cool it down or whatever. So he's walking, and he coming back, and the girlfriend is flagging him over like, "Hey, come here, baby." He's like, "Hey, what's wrong? What's going on?" And she's like, "Yo, it's like 5, 6 cop cars just sped past." So he puts the water in the pump, make sure it's cool or whatever. They drive up. Turns out there was a freak car accident ahead of him. The boy thinks nothing of it once again, and takes his girlfriend home. Thinks nothing of it. So about a month later, the mother is looking at something in the paper. She's looking for a dress, to go to church with. She finds one of her liking, and she decides to go to the store to go pick it up. As she's on the way to the store, she passes a Foot Locker, and she sees the pair of shoes that her son wanted. She thinks to herself, he don't even deserve them sneakers. but the Holy Spirit was telling her to get these sneakers for her son. So she did. So she comes home, she gives him the sneakers. He's like, "Oh my God, Mom!" He's so elated and happy. "Thank you, I love you so much, Mom. Oh, you're the greatest!" Oh, so he puts the sneakers on. He goes outside. As he goes outside, a person walks into him and steps on his sneakers, and he is heated. I mean, heated. And he goes down to wipe off the smudges, and a baby comes towards him, which is virtually running towards the street. So he picks the baby up, and the mother comes over. He hands it to the mother. I was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. You saved my baby. Thank you." So they start walking and talking. Now, before they get to the street curb, a drunk driver drives up onto the curb and smashes into the street pole, which is where they would have been standing. And the force knocks the boy on his butt. And he looks, and then he realizes, "Oh my God, if it wasn't for my mother fixing that food for me that one day, I'd have got in the car with my boy and I'd be dead. If it wasn't for her not fixing my car when I asked her to, I would have been fine. We would have been in that accident. I would have been dead. If it wasn't for her getting me these new sneakers, I'd be dead right now." And the boy just starts crying, just wailing and crying. And the mother walks over to him. She's like, "Why are you crying? You just saved all of us." He looks at her. He says, "Nah, it was my mother's love."
Wow. So that's three different. Was that 3 or 4? That's like 3 different times where he could have been dead. All right. So that's a short story that you wrote. When inspired that? Like, what?
Actually, most of that story is actually true. It happened to me.
Really?
Yeah. I went to go to a party with my friend, and something happened. I couldn't go, and he got into a car accident, and the passenger side was smashed. And then me and my father broke down on the highway when I was young, and this motorcyclist came down the wrong side of the turnpike to tell us that there's a gas station like a mile up. So he went to go get the water to go cool the water down. We drive up ahead, and there was an accident in front of us. You know what I'm saying? But the sneakers part, that didn't happen. That was more so just inspiration. But those other two really happened.
So what made you write it into something like that? Was that a release for you, or was that something that was like to help you get over those situations? Was that like traumatizing, or you know what I mean?
Nah, really, more so. Really, what I do is, I really focus on. I'm really focused on my relationship with God. So what I do is I sit down and I take time to pray and I take time to worship Him. And usually, like an idea or anything like it can come from anything. It can come from me having a conversation. It can come from me reading a book. It can come from me talking to somebody or looking at a movie or a TV show, and the idea will come, and then I'll go take some time out during the day to pray and worship, and then after I'm done, the piece is there, and I just write it. So that helps me to better understand the scripture, that all scripture is written by the inspiration of God. It helps me to better understand this.
Wow, bro, you just okay. Wow. All right. Well, let's do. What was the name of the album you asked me about?
Oh, The Decision.
Yeah, let's do that.
The Decision. All right. Last but not least. All right. Okay. There was a 16-year-old girl. She decided to go to a party that her mother told her not to go to. Of course, she went anyway. Long story short, she did not have a good time at this party. So she comes back home, sneaks back in the house, and she does not get caught. Unfortunately, she goes to the hospital, and this is about 2 months later, and she finds out that she's pregnant. So she goes home and she tells her mother, and her mother's like, "Look, you've grown enough to have a baby. You can go on out on your own and have one. So, either you get rid of it or you go do your own thing, because you're not having none in my house." So the girl took time to pray about it, and she was crying, of course, and she's praying about it, and she decided to keep the baby. So her mother kicked her out. And at first she was living in her car and things were really difficult as she was pregnant, but she wound up getting a job, and it was a career job, and it was a great job, and she wound up getting herself an apartment for her and the baby. And things seemed fine at first. But as the baby grew a little bit older, his name is Alex, and as he became a toddler, she realized that something wasn't quite right. So she took him to be evaluated, and it turns out that he has autism. So, but he is a higher spectrum. So, he's really smart and he can learn, but, he's going to have difficulties, with interacting with people and trying to make friends, which he did. And he actually didn't make his first best friend until he was in the 5th grade. And that was CJ. Everywhere you see CJ, you see Alex. Everywhere you see Alex, you see CJ. They were always together. And they went all the way through school together. And they actually wound up going to college together. And they were really smart, and they were the top of their class every year. You see them? So what happened was their second tenure of college, CJ became deathly ill. And Alex, he vowed to basically find a cure and save his friend, because it was a disease that can't be healed, and the doctors basically said he had like 3-4 months to live. So he went and took vials and took his blood samples, and he vowed to stay in his room until he finds his cure. So he's experimenting, trying and can't find it, experimenting, trying, can't find it. His friend calls him up like 2 weeks later, like, "Hey, bro, I need you to come in. I got to ask you something." He's like, "Bro, I'm on my way. I'm right there." So he gets there. He says, "Hey, bro, what's good? What's up?" He's like, "Bro, I need you to promise me something." He's like, "Bro, what's good? Like, anything, bro. I got you. What's up?" He's like, "Man, I need you to promise me, man, when I die, that you look after my mother for me." He was like, "Nope, nope, can't do that. Nope, sorry, nope, can't do that. Nope, not gonna do it." He's like, "Well, come on, man, you my boy, man. What you mean?" He was like, "Bro, just give me time, bro. I promise I got you, bro. I'm gonna find it, bro. Just hold on for me. I'm gonna find it, bro." He's like, "Oh, hurry, bro. I ain't got much time. Hurry." So he goes back. He takes some more blood samples, and he's going back trying to find it. Experiment, can't find it. Trying to find it, experiment it, and he finally found it. So he gets in his car. He's racing down the highway, and he gunning it. And a cop stops him, and the cop says, "Do you have any idea how fast you were going? You are going to jail." And he says, "Look, hold on, man. Look, my friend is definitely ill. He's about to die. Look, I'm in med school. You feel me? And I just found a cure to his disease, man. I'm trying to go save him, man. Can you help me?" And the police officer said, "Wow, you know what? Look, I'm about to get in my car. I'm gonna cut my lights on. You follow me. We're gonna go save your friend." So they get in the car. He cuts his lights on. They follow him. They race to the hospital. They get to the hospital. He gives them the vial. You feel me? And it works. In 2 weeks, his friend's body starts to get better. His blood and everything starts to formulate and get better. And he actually gets better. And he fully recovers in like 2.5 weeks. So they actually take his vials and they start taking them and they start mass producing them all over the country. It starts healing people all over the country. Then they take it and put it all over the world. And it starts healing people all over the world. So in about 1.5 years time, this took about a year. And in 1.5 years time, he received a phone call from the president's office and say, "Hey, Alex, you've won the Nobel Peace Prize in medicine." So they asked him to go receive the medal and speak. And he goes up. He says, "Oh my God, this is amazing. This is awesome. Like, I can't believe this. Like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened in my life. It's probably the coolest thing that's ever going to happen to me." But honestly, I can't take all the credit for real. And nah, I didn't steal the cure enough. I found the cure, but my mother, when she was 16 years old, she went to a party that my grandmother told her not to go to. And unfortunately, my father, he raped her at that party. And I'm a product of that rape. And my grandmother told her, "Get rid of me or get out." And she prayed and she decided to keep me. So honestly, you should be thanking my mother, not me.
Woo! Damn, David. Is that's a true story?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But I doubt it. But it's possible that it can.
It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. But look, before I let you go, I don't want to put you on the spot. But right before the show came on, I heard you over there doing some freestyle, so I know you can do it. If you don't mind, could you spit a little something just off the top? Because it's interesting to me how you don't cuss. It's not easy for everybody to do that. And just, you know what I mean, off the top of their head like that. Okay. And then make the shit all make sense. You wasn't just saying anything. You know what I mean? So I want to let I want you to give the people just a little bit so they can see what I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. Like usually, that's the only thing I don't really do for like acapella. You know what I'm saying? Like I usually do like to a beat or something. But something that I just put together is I would say I'm the prophet. I rock it when I stand up and really preach. And I'm going after this at least a turtle because I'm street. I'm recovering my blessings and I'm sitting here confessing, man, I dirtied up my temple and I laid down with depression. What they take for granted is what I take for higher measurement. They call my Lord immaculate. I call my Lord omnipotent. They can't be what God put in me. Let them come. Let them try. They'll see if I go blind. I know Christ sees. God is great. GREAT. If they come and they attack me, rah rah rah, rock-a-bye, baby.
David, the prophet of poetry, y'all. How can the people follow you, David, and stay up with you? Tell us how we can follow you and stay up with you.
Really, my Facebook and my YouTube channel is both the same. Prophet, PROPHET of poetry, David Anderson. They're both the same thing, and it's just it's. I ain't gonna hold you. My name is very common, so it might be hard to find your boy. So basically, I'm in a New York hat and a New York jacket, and got a fresh. So, yeah, on the Facebook. So, and my YouTube is basically a picture of a Super Saiyan Broly or whatever. So, on a shirt. So.
David Anderson, the prophet of poetry, y'all, live here from City Escape Bar and Lounge, 2213 Kirk Avenue, kicking off Winter Wednesdays. It's been a pleasure having you on, bro. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for coming on.
There's one thing I want to say. Actually, that last story I shared. So the reason behind that story is because when I was younger, I had a homegirl, and she went to a party that her mother told her not to go to, and she got raped at that party. And my homeboy was dating her at the time, you feel me? So I had to calm him down. I had to calm her down. We thought everything was going to be okay. We were going to start the healing process. And then, like, she called me 2 or 3 months later. She said, David, I'm pregnant. I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? I said, I don't know what to do. What are you asking? I don't know what to do. So she's panicking. I'm panicking. I said, okay, calm down. I said, you know what? Let me go pray about this, and I'm gonna try to give you an answer tomorrow. So I went and prayed about it, and God inspired me to write that piece. And I told her the piece, and she decided to keep the baby. Really, yeah, she had a beautiful baby girl. Wonderful. So I say all that to say that, you know what I'm saying, if there's anybody out here that's writing, you know what I'm saying, and you haven't shared, whether you're scared or whatever the reason may be, you know what I'm saying, just you know what I mean, just face that fear and share, because you never know how your pieces can impact somebody's life.
Definitely. You definitely never know how I can help somebody else. David, I appreciate you coming on, bro. I will stay up with you. I have to have you on again. It's been a pleasure. I got one more guest that I'm going to bring on. My brother Victor, CEO. Before he comes up, though, I've been inspired, so I got to spit some shit for myself. Again, we are at City Escapes Bar and Lounge, 2213 Kirk Avenue, the kickoff of Winter Wednesdays. Listen, y'all want to come and check this place out. It's really nice. It's free admission right now until 12 o'clock. We got karaoke going on after the podcast. Let me see. What can I do? Oh, also, you can still go on Amazon and get my books, Unusual Favor and Spitfire Poetry, Volume 1 and 2 are also still on Amazon. You can get those right now. You can also go on my... Absolutely, yes. You know what? And if you buy it here tonight, all of my books will be $10. Just because we're here tonight, all of my books will be $10. They're normally $20 and $15, but tonight they are all $10. So come on out, guys, and check it out. Check out the establishment. Like I say, this is beautiful in here. I've never been here before, and I definitely will be back. But I'm gonna get my brother Victor, CEO, to come on up. Before that, I'm gonna do something for y'all. Like I was saying before when I had David on, poetry is definitely my therapy. It's everything for me. So basically, poetry is my therapy. Poetry is my therapy. It gets me through so much shit. When I put pen to paper, it gets me through so much shit. Pushing and pressing that pen, the ink is insulin. 6 units before breakfast, I gotta count my carbs. I can't be reckless. I maintain a decent sugar level because if my shit drop, it can be detrimental. Poetry, it's my therapy. Back and forth to the dispensary, I need the right strain. What do you got for inflammation and pain? Terpene, limonene, and I don't know what the fuck you mean. I want that indica hybrid sativa. I need her. That marries a cheetah because everybody's here. Poetry, that's my therapy. I press every day, giving up's not an option. A devil going down today, you know, me and that nigga, we stay boxing. He got me on the ropes, but I'm guard body Ali. I hit him with the rope-a-dope. The champ is here, and I fight every ounce of fear. I just do it like Nike, the goddess of victory. You know he's in here. Poetry, that's my therapy. Sometimes that shit keep me up at night. It's the little light in mine that keeps me up writing that one last line. I need it like the air I breathe. If I didn't have it, where the fuck would I be? I could have been serving the 1 to 3. My wife and kids could have buried me. My poetry is my therapy. All right, guys, we're gonna bring my brother up, Victor CEO. Listen, if you got a book, you've written a book, you want to put a book out and you don't know where to go, you don't have anybody to help you publish it, you want to look up 4 Authors on Instagram, 4 Authors on Facebook, and check these people out. Listen, they locally right here in Baltimore. They can get your book out there in front of the right people, and they can help you through the process, which is not easy to get it out there. Trust me. All right. They've helped a lot of people. I've been on it for about a year and a half now, and they got quite a few books that they published under their belt. So you definitely want to check them out. All right. Victor CEO in the house, my brother. Come holler at me, bro. You know I always got to put you on the spot. All right, guys, this is my guy, Victor CEO. This is one half of 4 Authors right here. All right. Look, listen, man. This brother right here is deep, seriously. I love to hear him spit his poetry. I love to hear him talk his shit. He makes me think. He puts my mind on a whole different level. You know what I mean? Very intelligent brother. But we got Victor CEO in the house. How you doing today, bro? I'm doing great, bro. Apologize, y'all. I'm sitting here pulling stuff up on the screen now. I always get a half moment of me calling me up in this mouth, but I should be better prepared. This unprepared this week. But I'm good, though. How you doing? Absolutely, bro. So look, tell everybody about your publishing company really fast before I get you spit some shit. Alright, so real quick, my wife went to publish a book, a poetry book. Matter of fact, no, it was an urban fiction, I'm sorry. Poison Island. She's working on part 2 now, actually. So when she went to the publishing company, they tried to charge an astronomical amount of money just to type up the book and to put it out there. No editing, no work, no hands-on, nothing. So she decided to learn to self-publish. And the amazing woman she is, Miss Anesty Hanicum said, she published her first book. From there, she put them on what she actually coined vendor experiences. And she, with 3 other authors, had a vendor where they pushed their books. And it was 4 authors that was literally put together 4 authors. And that's where the name of authors come from. Ironically, me and my wife known each other since we were freshmen in high school, in college. And we have a nice history with each other. Oddly enough, at different times, at different locations, 2008, I was trying to publish my brother. And she was working on getting other things too. We haven't really back up this period of time. 2018, fast forward, we back together. Both always was involved in music, poetry, writing, and our own books, with our own schools growing up. So it was just perfect that we got together and put our minds together. Now we have I think 8, 9 publications back. Yep, 9 publications. We have urban fiction, we have erotic novellas, we have poetry books,
My wife did our first children's book series, Caliber, Little Black Sheep, Colored Little Black Sheep, ABC, Little Black Sheep. My mother just retired from Henderson High, published her children's book called Won't Answer. Literally was going to visit my niece for her birthday, and my nephew, Blue, just always wants to hug me. My wife just going, Blue, love bud that wants to hug. So we literally wrote a book on the way back from North Carolina called Blue the Love Bug based on my nephew. Excuse me. My wife would give me a color. One of my daughters, Dakota, would tell me the type of bug, and I would sit there and write the book. Right. And my wife did the illustrations. Now we have that published. Blue the Love Bug. Check it all out on Amazon. You can find it. Drowning Love Stories told by Poison Ivy. We got more books coming. Just talk to a brother when I get on the screen. He got some stuff we want to do. So hopefully we can be introducing him as a new author. And brother, y'all just see speaking on Spitfire. Dropping him. So hopefully we be introducing him as a new author under 4 authors. So I'm putting you out there now, bro. Yeah, y'all want to follow him, David Anderson. Listen, we want to let Vic spit some shit before we get out of here. I think I got about 10 minutes left. I appreciate everybody that's checking in right now. I can't see everybody's name. I'm getting older. I need my glasses. So I can't see everybody, but I love and appreciate all of y'all. I really do. We're going to let my man Vic spit some shit before we get out of here.
All right, see, and I'm apologizing, y'all. So I'm literally putting up. I got a new phone. I switched from Samsung to iPhone, and I hate that I did that because nothing transferred the way I wanted it to.
You know you don't need to read nothing. Cut it out.
All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this one because, well, no, I'm lying. I was about to do your favorite. I'm still alive, but I'm lying. I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is it's a poem that was written for my wife. We were supposed to write together. I ended up writing it. She gave me the first line. Let's build an orgasm. So
God.
my mama might show up, so I'm gonna hurry up and do this before she gets here.
What's the name again?
Let's build an orgasm. Daughter girl, you should go to the bathroom. I think I had this conversation with you before. Stop sitting here while I do this. But it goes, let's build an orgasm. Let me first enter your mind. To the thought of me causing spasms that send shivers down your spine. Let me stimulate your medulla until our breath creates a symphony, crashing crescendo, beating in time, only meant for our ears as I'm entering, centering your kundalini, my mind aligning with your mind, your thoughts pressed between me as we exit the boundaries of time. And with each stroke of knowledge, I stroke your pineal. IQ so deep I'm in college, got me woke and I feel your wisdom flow over me as you rain like the Amazon in the spring, causing ecstasy to take over me as our genius works in tandem to accomplish one thing. And that's to get to the good part, to where the mental and the physical begin to collide to the point that we reach the synchronization of our beating hearts, and every touch gives a rush meant to be savored as if it were our last ride. Soft kisses from your lips to your hips I give, taking my time to reach your center, to that warm spot where I live. Pardon me, y'all. I told you I gotta scroll through this whole thing because I don't have it put down on dial, please. I apologize, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm iPhone ignorant, so y'all gonna have to excuse me.
Don't feel bad,
Team Android.
Listen, I'm going back. I'm going back. But as I said, taking my time to reach your center to that warm spot where I live. iPhone ignorant. As I suck your rosebud before I enter, my fingers stimulate your grasping burn till I feel your soul in your explosions. Essence all over my tongue, bed turned into an ocean. I raise up and slide in. Deep strokes in your tunnel, I'm gliding, penetrating you to your core. Yet you pull me in further till I'm tapping at your door. Chest pressed against breast, pelvic thrust. I feel you soak my girth. The fourth time you bust, but it ain't over. I pause, balls deep. Pull out your wand, it's all sweet. You beg for more. This love is mature. You love how I incorporate bees, plugs, wands, and butterflies. I'm so secure. You shower me again in the warmth of your waters, causes me to release like first infantry. I'm crossing your borders, screams that wake neighbors, two beasts in the room. My soul mixed with yours, I'm implanted deep in your womb. You moaned and jerked, amazed, another squirt, taking you to heights that you couldn't fathom. Baby, let's build an orgasm.
Woo! Yeah. Victor CEO. I love it. I love it, bro. I love it. I love it. I love it.
That was something that was written for my love lady I've been with for several years, been married. We just passed the 6-month mark, actually. So that means you can't get an annulment now. You gotta pay money to get with me. So stop playing. But yeah. But the history, like I said, we got 27 years of history. Friends know each other, friends, family know each other, family, the same family. You know, it's just all love, and we trying to build something and bring better things to our community. You know, everything we do, we try to link up with like-minded individuals, people who are thinking positive and moving in a positive way, who think about growth and building and doing better and bigger things. So get with us, full office, we do it all.
Absolutely, y'all. Y'all want to check them out. Also, they are the writers of the stage poetrical experience, I Am Woke. Yes, I had the pleasure of being a part of, y'all. When they do that again, you definitely don't want to miss that. It's something in this play for every single body out there that's going to hit home. And you don't want to miss them.
How about this? Now, we got to shout out my wife on this, right? Because it was only about 3 play of the poems that was written for this play. All these poems have been written years prior. We all had no idea what poems we were bringing to the play, and somehow this woman, I helped a little bit, just a little bit, but somehow she was able to string dialogue so that the poems told the story. Matter of fact, one of our co-directors, our partner, Shanice, Lady Jacobs, she has a poem with a little mom. I got a poem with a little mom, and it just synced together. Like everything fits so well. And amazing to her director skills and her production skills. We did our thing. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it with this man book too. Believe that. His play coming soon.
Absolutely. Unusual favor. Definitely look out for that in 2023. Also, guys, get our sister's book. Shamice Lady Jacobs released 2 books. And also follow Mozart on Instagram and Facebook. She has a book, I believe it's Daydreams and Nightmares. This is her first poetical book, and I know it's awesome, so you don't want to miss that. Follow her. All right. We are live at City Escapes Bar and Grill, 2013, Kirk Avenue, with the super bartender, Aneski Anna Conzette. Superwoman. This lady does everything. I swear, she's got so many different hats that she wears. It's incredible. This is a pleasure to be here tonight. This is my first live location podcast right here. To kick off, no, definitely won't be the last, for Winter Wednesdays. So you want to follow us and see when we're going to do it again. Like I said, if you're not here, you need to get down here. We're here at 12 o'clock. You want something to do, have a good time, come on out tonight, all right? Karaoke from 9 to 12, definitely. And the drinks are awesome. You don't.
Oh, yeah. My wife is certified mixologist. Yeah. She's making drinks, creating drinks. So come down here and just get your head wet, man. Get dizzy and have to call a cab.
Absolutely. Happy holidays to everybody. Be safe out there. Thank you for watching. If you want to be blessed, you have to bless somebody else. Am I right, bro?
That's definitely true, man. That's a big fact.
All right, y'all. Be safe out there. Love y'all. See you next time.
Whoa, let's check us out.
Just wanted to let you know that the host of this show appreciates the time that you've spent with them. Now, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with everything that we're doing. And most of all, thank you for tuning in to What Up Baltimore online radio, where the people have the power.